Welcome to our 5-on-5. Please be joined today by Kyleigh Lopez, four-time OSAA State Wrestling Champion from North Medford High School. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This past weekend was the big weekend. You've already won 3 state titles going into this weekend. So was this 4th one, you had this in the bag the whole time?
Yes, for the most part. There was a few things I had to overcome in order to set my mind right and be mentally and physically prepared for that tournament. But overall, I was pretty good.
Yeah. So how did you get into wrestling?
In middle school, I decided, well, I always grew up around wrestling, our whole family, well, on the boys' side. Like my brother grew up wrestling and my dad's a wrestling coach, and so I've kind of always been interested in it, and I like how physical it is. I like really like high energy, I guess, sports.
Sure.
And so I tried it out a few times when I was younger, but it didn't really go far. My dad didn't necessarily want me wrestling because obviously he's a little girl. And so in middle school, I asked him if I could wrestle, and he said, "No way, you have other sports to focus on." And I was like, okay. So I had my mom sign me up. Well, it was kind of, it was kind of already into the season a little bit, so I didn't start with same time as the other guys started. But so halfway through the season, my mom signed me up, and I was able to wrestle with the guys. And my dad showed up in practices and was like, "Whoa, what are you doing here?" And so from that point on, he's been by my side to get me going.
That's wonderful. So you lost, I guess, only the one time in your high school career. You lost your sophomore year. How did that make you better? Because that made an impact.
After my freshman year, being nationally ranked and just, I guess, getting all this fame for winning tournaments, like even winning state as a freshman.
Yeah.
I really went into sophomore year thinking that I was unbeatable, that I didn't need to work as hard because I was just that much at a higher level than everyone else.
Natural ability, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. And so losing that, and so I guess I kind of fell apart at that point. I wasn't mentally in the mindset of being good. I was just settled with what I was at that point. And so losing to her kind of kickstarted me again to become a better wrestler, and I don't know,
Yeah, you came back.
Yeah.
And you beat her at state, right?
Yes.
Which, of course, is the one that matters.
Yeah.
Not necessarily regular season.
Yeah.
All right, very good. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We have much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5-on-5. Again here with OSAA, 4-time North Medford State Wrestling Champion. I'm going to say it every time I do this, Kyleigh Lopez. So you're going off to SOU this summer, or I suppose this fall. Has that always been the goal, to wrestle in college?
Yes, I always knew that I wanted to wrestle in college. I hadn't necessarily decided on where I wanted to go, but it looks like SOU is going to be the best fit for me.
Yeah, excellent. And you talked about it. You're nationally ranked. You're going to be wrestling in the off season. Is that part of your preparation for the fall?
Yes, I will actually be wrestling in quite a few national tournaments this summer, and so hopefully that will get me ready to for my competition in college. I know they're going to be a lot tougher, and so wrestling these national tournaments will get me ready for that.
Yeah, and you do softball right now,
Yes.
and I think you said volleyball, which I think would be in the fall. How do you manage to do that with wrestling when it sounds like wrestling is your number one? And wrestling training, the people who wrestle seriously, like yourself, they take it pretty seriously. How does that affect your other sports?
It's a lot more tiring because I'll go from volleyball practice to wrestling practice, or I would have wrestling practice right before and then go to those practices. So it was long a long hours of just working and just constantly, I don't know, I was hungry for the most part.
Yeah, wrestlers are, I was telling you during break, wrestlers, I've seen them around. They're wearing hoods in the sauna, hooded sweatshirts. I mean, they're running forever. It's serious work.
Yeah.
All right, so, and you talked about national ranking. You travel around the country for tournaments?
Yes. I haven't gone out of the U.S. yet, but I'm hoping to do so if I make the junior Olympic team at the end of May, I think.
Okay.
Is when the tournament will be. But I have traveled around the U.S. though for national tournaments. They're pretty well spread out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, congratulations, 4 straight championships. It's great to meet you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.